Some news stories from Ethiopia. Firstly, Ethiopian PM Abiy, along with his deputy chairman of Prosperity Party, inaugurated a building today. The building is Prosperity Party's headquarters. Question is, what is the cost of construction of this building? Secondly, because Israel banned Ethiopians from traveling to Israel. It has been officially confirmed, reported by an Israeli news source that Ethiopians are not being allowed to enter Israel. Why is that? Thirdly, an Ethiopian political party has announced to protest in front of Ethiopian embassy in the US. And lastly, viewers, we have a new story from Jigjiga, Somali region of Ethiopia. We have a video clip from Jigjiga for you. Firstly, viewers, Ethiopian PM Abiy, along with Demeke Mekonnen and Aden Farah, deputy chairman of Prosperity Party, inaugurated a building. This building would serve as Prosperity Party's headquarters. And PM Abiy chaired a meeting of Central Committee of the party as well, which was elected yesterday. We spoke on that yesterday. Now, what is the cost of construction of this new building of PP? 895 million Ethiopian birrs. This building cost of construction, again 895 million Ethiopian birrs is the cost of this building, Prosperity Party headquarters. It is in Addis Ababa. I remember when PM Abiy took office in 2018, he announced several measures, austerity measures. He announced to cut state expenditure. He announced to wage war against corruption. Now his party, the party he is leading, is spending so much on the construction of this building, which has been completed. So construction has been going on for some time, for months. The construction was going on while thousands, rather tens of thousands, were in need of immediate aid in different parts of Ethiopia. We have seen massive displacements in Ethiopia in recent years. A drought is ongoing in Somali region, in parts of Oromia, in Amhara, in Afar. You see that people are dying in deserts. They are trapped. They don't have access to food, to basic necessities of life. And Prosperity Party is spending 895 million Ethiopian birrs on the construction of this headquarter. Let's see, will this headquarter be of any use for the people of Ethiopia, or will just Ethiopian political elite use this headquarter for furthering their political agendas? Secondly, viewers, officially confirmed that Israel has banned Ethiopians from traveling to Israel. Why? And how is that it has been officially confirmed? Channel 13 is an Israeli news source. It has reported that Israeli Population and Immigration Agency has written a letter to Tourism Agency of Israel. And Tourism Agency have been told not to entertain the applications of Ethiopians who want to travel to Israel, especially in connection with Easter celebrations. In April, next month, Easter celebrations will be held. Ethiopians travel to Israel for these Easter celebrations. Now, Israel is barring them from entering the country. Why? Israel says that there is ongoing conflict in Ethiopia. And people who enter Israel, they might not go back. It has happened in the past. That is why Israel is now banning Ethiopians from traveling to Israel, especially in connection with Easter celebrations. Can Israel ban a specific country? No, it cannot. It is discrimination. Israel cannot ban Ethiopia just because its citizens don't go back. It's the responsibility of Israeli government to ensure that the Ethiopians they go back. This is definitely a discrimination against Ethiopia, against Ethiopians. Ethiopian government should take up this issue. African Union as well. We know that people do seek asylum, they do enter countries and they refuse to go back. It does not mean that you can ban all citizens of that country from traveling to the country. No, you cannot do that. It's a clear violation of international laws as well. Let's see, will the government take up this issue with Israel or not? Let's see. Thirdly, viewers, an Ethiopian political party has announced to protest in front of Ethiopian embassy in the US. Why is this party protesting there? The parties, Baldiras, Kandarnaga's party, we know that last week Skandarnaga party officials went to US embassy in Ethiopia. They held some meetings with US diplomats in Addis Ababa. And now Balderas is going to protest in front of Ethiopian embassy in the US to put pressure upon Ethiopian government. Why is Balderas protesting? We know that dozens of Balderas party members are in detention. They were arrested after Adwa and Karamara celebrations in Addis Ababa. Addis Ababa government is charging them with creating law and order situation. Skandarnaga was also arrested. His deputy was arrested, but they were released. Dozens of other members, they have been sent to a prison. They have not been released so far. That is why Skandarnaga's party officials, they went to meet US diplomats in Addis Ababa, and there they demanded that the international community put pressure upon Ethiopian government for the release of their party members. Secondly, for an inclusive national dialogue, inclusive and independent national dialogue. Thirdly, they spoke against alleged genocide of Amharas in Vailaga, BG and Vasiva. So now we're going to see a protest in the US against Ethiopia. Afars protested as well in front of Ethiopian embassy in the US a few days ago. But the protest was a very small protest, just a few Afars were there. Let's see, can Baldiras manage to arrange a large gathering in Washington, D.C. in front of Ethiopian embassy? Let's see. The protest will be held on Thursday, 17th of March, 9 a.m. local time. We'll update you on Thursday about the strength of this protest. Lastly, viewers, we have a new story from Jigjiga, city of Somali region. There is acute shortage of fuel in Jigjiga. I have a video clip for you showing long queue of vehicles, auto rickshaws. I think they're waiting for their turn to purchase oil. That is what I'm being told by some people there, that there is acute shortage of fuel there. PM Abiy in yesterday's Prosperity Party General Assembly spoke about Somali region. He specifically mentioned a town, Tog Wajale, which is on Somali region, Somaliland border, Ethiopia-Somaliland border. This border crossing is said to be a center of smuggling, a center of money laundering, other such activities. He mentioned Tog Wajale in his speech yesterday, PM Abiy. Most Omar's government is definitely under pressure, things should have improved. But yesterday PM Abiy spoke about Tog Vajale, and today there is a shortage of fuel in Jigjiga. Watch this video showing long queues of vehicles waiting to purchase fuel in Jigjiga. Thank you for watching.